What's up guys, Xalt here, and I'm back with another Megaman X DiVE video. In this episode, I'm gonna share to you my personal routine to make sure that I make the most out of my day when I'm playing this game. My goal is simple: maximize my resources, power up, and level up as fast as I could, which is going to become pretty handy in terms of clearing the story or help you win more matches if you're into PvP. So without further delay, let's jump right into it. So whenever I start my game, I collect anything new to acquire, such as the items that can be found in the mail, the mission, and the lab. Next, I access the hidden menu to collect AP from my friends, complete anything that's in the current event, such as the spinning and collecting rewards, and most importantly, I check out the gallery to make sure that I know which characters or which weapons I should be using to make sure that I complete any of the gallery targets. By completing the individual character and weapon targets, you will be able to upgrade the gallery, which in turn will increase your power level. Prioritize the simpler targets to make sure that your gallery levels up faster. Next, I go to the lab to research important memory fragments. Now, you'd like to do this often, as researching allows your laboratory to gain experience, and with enough experience, your laboratory can be upgraded to a higher level, which means that you'll have access to better memory fragments. Focus on researching the items that you know that you'll eventually use. If you know that you're not going to use this weapon, for example, anyway, then there's no reason for you to research that item. If you're not sure which ones to upgrade, I suggest you choose any of the character, chip, or lucky treasure fragments. If you don't have enough materials, you can use the skip dive option. Just remember that doing so will consume AP. So start counting and make sure you only get the ones that are needed for whatever you're looking to research. And while still under the lab, go to the skills area and upgrade your dive triggers. It doesn't matter whether or not you equip these dive triggers. What's important is that you level them up because they contribute to your power level. Afterwards, head on to the dive section and start with the events. At the time of the recording of this video, there's an ongoing event that will allow you to get a free Megaman Zero skin. Try to complete these events and get an S level so that if you decide to use the skip dive tickets, then you'd be able to get more rewards. Or if you want to complete your gallery targets for your weapon and your characters, you can execute these individually. And then we move on to the challenge section. Complete these if you haven't already, and make sure to try to get 3 stars so that you can use the skip dive tickets. Similar to the events, these challenges can also be used to complete your gallery targets for your characters and your weapons. Next, you move on to the co-op section. You can do this twice a day. The materials that you obtain from the co-op can be used to upgrade your armor and your chips. Speaking of chips, that's what we're going to do next, so head on to the equip section and then upgrade your chips. Level up the chips if you have the materials, and the same is true for upgrades. So if you have the materials, go ahead and upgrade, otherwise you collect them using the skip dive options. Now the last section is called Analyze, and if you do this, you'd be able to retain or acquire some of the abilities of the chip even if you don't have them equipped. But the material requirement is too much, so I suggest you only do this if you have extra AP. You're better off spending your AP and completing the story because that's where you're going to get majority of your experience anyway. Next, go to the repository section and then upgrade your armor. Swap your armor for a better one if you have any, and then dismantle the one that you don't really need. Go to the bonus section and then open any of the loot boxes. Do not sell them. Move to the memory section and then sell any of the low level weapons that you don't really need. Exit and then head on to the character area. Upgrade your character if you can. Level up the skills. And if you're short in materials, there's always the store area. And make sure that you only buy the items that you need. You can use your gallery target as a guide to make sure that you're purchasing the right item and you're upgrading based on what could increase your power level. If you still have AP remaining, go ahead and complete the story if you haven't already. Otherwise, you can go to the gacha section and then obtain the free gacha. Or if you're feeling lucky and if you have enough element metals, go ahead and roll. Who knows, you might be able to get an S level equipment. At this point, you have most likely consumed all of your AP. Head on to the PvP section and get some practice matches. Or if you're the competitive type, then complete some ranked matches. If you're simply trying to complete your gallery targets, then I suggest you take the practice matches. But if you have nothing else to do, then that's when you can play ranked matches. I placed the PvP last in my list because it doesn't really consume AP. Once you're done playing your matches, head on to the reward section and then claim the items that can be found in the lottery. By the way, have you ever noticed some players equipping low-level items or equipment, or use characters which are not very popular? And then when they get matched against you, what they do is they just stand there waiting for you to destroy them. Those are the type of people who are actually just completing their their gallery targets. Technically speaking, they're not doing anything wrong, but I just find that distasteful. So when I get matched with people who are like that, I will kill them twice and then I will just run away for the entire match. I mean, just standing there waiting to be destroyed, it kind of ruins the fun of the game, right? Anyway, that's just me. And with that, we have just completed my daily routine whenever I play Megaman X DiVE. The game requires you to grind to some level, but you can be efficient and be more effective in doing so if you have a strategy in place, such as like what I've just described. If you found this video helpful, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, give it a like, and then share and subscribe to help the channel grow. I'd love to get your feedback and your comments. If you have anything to share, such as your tips or your own strategies, don't forget to put them in the comment section. I read them all. Stay safe, stay indoors, stay healthy, and as usual, I will see you guys in the next video. If you made it this far, thank you very much. XL signing off. Peace.